Hey guys, it's Dest Dol from Under the Bed. Just want to give you guys a quick trigger warning to let you know that in this episode, we will be talking about some sensitive topics around mental health. But yeah, just giving you guys a quick heads up and we will see you in the episode. Hey guys, it's Dest Dol.
And it's Tolu.
And this is Under the Bed.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, how are we doing?
Oh, we're back again.
We're back again. 7th episode. We out here, baby.
Is it 7th?
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Oh my gosh.
I think, no, yeah, it's 7th.
7th is 10th.
Oh,
10th is done.
Number of completion.
No, as in it's basically done.
Yeah, nearly, season 2 is nearly wrapped up, which is
the number of completion.
No,
to take it there.
I was thinking spiritually
taking it there.
No, yeah, literally nearly 10, which means 3 episodes left. Then season 2, finito, just like that.
Insane.
I know, but I feel like, do you feel like season 2's gone quicker than season 1?
I don't know. I feel like season 1, we was obviously like getting into it. It was like unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
We're like not really sure what we're doing. I feel like now we're more aware. We're kind of
That's
just
true.
go.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's ran through a lot quicker.
Yeah, and surprisingly, I feel like this time we've only missed like 1 week, and that was obviously because of big church. Whereas I feel like last time we missed like 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah,
but I think I traveled.
you, mate.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got me there.
Never because of me.
Yeah, I was traveling bare during the first season, innit? Can't lie, I'm trying to travel now more so because it's getting like cold in England, so I'm trying to travel more. But
trying to get out of here.
How that goes, but yeah, season 2 is nearly wrapped up, man.
How you doing? How you feeling? How you feeling?
Sorry. How you doing? How you feeling? How am I feeling? I'm feeling good. I feel like we're in the last quarter of the year. I'm trying to low-key start my winter arc. You know, I don't know if you saw this on TikTok, like everyone's talking about the great lock-in. And I'm really trying to lock in. I feel like I've wanted to lock in since January, but I've been locking in and out. So I'm not really locked in, am I? But I've been doing my 10K steps.
Okay.
I've been trying to get to the gym. I had a PT session last week, but I didn't have a PT session this week. I haven't gone to the gym by myself either. But do you know, I feel like I'm excited to wrap up 2025, but I kind of can't believe that 2025 is about to finish because it's like, I feel like I've blinked and 2025 is gone.
Yeah, and I just feel like once it gets to the end of 2025, then it's going to be my birthday and then I'm a year older and then I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, like how are we back to March again, basically?
Like the countdown to 30.
Oh, listen, I'm right behind you, sis, so I don't even want to talk
like,
about
as
this.
in, once it hits 2026, 2027, I'm 30.
When you look at it like that, that's crazy. No, but the thing is, you know how we was talking the other day and I was saying that, like, I feel like when I was younger, when I'd hear ages like 27, 28, I used to be like, yo.
You grandmas.
Yo, you man are old. And now that I'm getting to that
so
place, I'm like,
old.
how am I here? And when you think about it, I remember someone, I don't know whether it was a tweet or whether it was a TikTok, but someone was basically saying that back when we used to watch X Factor, the 25 and over
25 now.
Yeah.
When I think of the over 25 now, I feel sick.
Yeah, we'd be in that group.
Like, what do you mean? Like, I would have tried to squeeze myself into them, the unders, because what do you mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What do
it's
you
crazy.
mean?
But I think I'm excited to, because when you think about it, getting to new ages is such a blessing. Not everyone makes it to those ages. You know what I mean? Like getting another year of life under your belt is such a blessing. And I think that I'm in a place now where I really know myself. I've grown so much as a person. The frontal lobe, like I always mentioned, is there. So it's just like, I'm trying my best to be positive about it, but I can't help but psychologically feel like the age 30 is brazy.
Yeah, but you know what? A little thought I had the other day about turning 30. I feel like because there's certain stigmas around like being 30 and it's like women obviously have a body clock with like having kids and marriage. Like I feel like if I was married and had kids, like it's like, if I'm 30, like, so what? Like, I don't think you'd be as bothered. It's like, of course you're going to be 30. Like, do you know what I mean? So I feel like, because like somewhat, there's like this, I'm not saying this is good, but there's somewhat that feeling of like, you might be like behind. So it's like, oh my God, I'm approaching 30 and I haven't done this. I don't have kids. I don't have this. It's like, that's what's making me feel like very anxious.
The maddest thing is like, cool, I don't have a boyfriend and I'm not seeing anyone. So I'm not even like currently like about to be married or anything like that. But even
you could be.
Well, praise God, yeah. Praise God. I repeat, touch me. No, but I feel like even if I was, like, I'm not trying to have a baby yet. So really? I wouldn't, I can't lie. You man are all trying to do the baby thing. I'm not trying to do the baby thing.
50?
No, but like happily 35, bro.
Really?
Like crazy. Okay, maybe like 35. 32?
I'm not saying you're not, but I'm so maternal. Like, I'm so like,
but I think
baby,
you're so
like,
maternal, you're slightly delusional.
Why?
And, no, hear me out.
No.
Hear me out. I feel like you're such a maternal person, and you know, even the way I see you with your brothers, your younger brothers and stuff, like you're such a lovely. But it's like having a baby changes your life, bro. Like the way you quickly pop out, you go. You can't do that no more. I don't think you're deep in it.
I don't think
you're
not
deep in it. You're so maternal that you're like, oh, he's so cute. But that cuteness is like cool. They're
when
cute
you're up at night,
1 a.m, like 3 a.m. They woken up.
We can't just randomly go out to eat.
Do you know what I'm
like,
saying?
I can't just come to your house. Like, just
It's not, it's like, that's why I'm like, and the thing is, once you have a child, there's no going back.
Yeah, you're done.
There's so many things in our lives that we could do, and then we could be like,
stop it. Like, it's like the lock-in. Like, you can lock in and out. You can't lock in and out of a kid.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Can't lock in and out.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, and even like seeing like Lydia and stuff, like it's so beautiful to see her enter that motherhood season of her life.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, okay, cool. Like I can enjoy this, like, without having to lock in, because I can just be like with the baby, and then, but I don't have to stay with him or change him. I have changed him though, but I don't need to like, do you know what I mean? I'm just like, I think I still got a couple of years to myself.
Yeah.
And I always say this, I will stand on this hill, I want to have at least 2 years with my husband when it's just us two.
Really?
Minimum. But obviously God's will be done in it, because obviously when you're married, you do marriage people things and anything can happen, But I really would happily have 2 years, just us two, because once you go back, you get back.
I really want to have had a baby like yesterday.
Really?
Like I want like
you probably couldn't even do the pod, bruv, if you had a baby. You can't do it under the bed. Next video, wow, in the background, bro.
Well, Tennessee and Danny Aaron's have a baby, and the thing is so funny because when they have their podcast, you can literally hear the baby crying in the back, and then they'll have to stop and stuff. So it's quite funny. Again. But like Lydia was round the house yesterday, and it was just so funny because she was like, it was like quite late, it was like midnight, and she was like, I feel so bad because he goes to bed at 9, and like every day he wants to sleep at 9, but I can't stay in at 9 every day. And I just thought like, mate, at 9 o'clock I can do whatever I want, mate. Like I can literally do whatever.
A fox on what they say, a fox on the highway, or whatever. Fox on the highway. Like I could be out. I'm outside.
Literally.
If I was in the world, I'd be more outside. But like I could be outside.
Do you know what I mean?
In a prayer night, like
no,
you know what I'm saying?
Even just leaving the house, quickly doing this, quickly going to like, do you want to get food? Like going to get food, like just doing things.
You
like,
have to factor in so much.
I know, but then it's just like
I can barely look after myself, Tolu. Far less a whole nother human being.
Yourself, mate.
You can barely look after yourself too, bro.
I can look after myself.
Just fine.
I can look after myself.
Fair. Maybe it's because you're the older sibling.
Like I feel like I do quite like I'm like cooking and cleaning.
Yes, I do the cooking. Yes, I do the
cooking. Yeah, but I really want a baby. I
think you're just broody because you're
obviously my
auntie.
nephew who is like I just want to eat him every time I see him. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so cute.
It's so funny, because me and Tolu, we'll just be looking at the baby,
we're just staring at him,
and he's just doing nothing, and we're just like, oh my god, he's so cute.
So cute.
But I think it's so mad that like you can create a person.
Yeah.
And it grows inside you. Like I know this sounds so basic. It's crazy to think that you can actually create a human being.
I get what you mean.
And
it's even madder when they come out and they look like you. Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Like this is me.
Yeah.
And also like obviously when you do it with like your husband and it's like half the love of your life and half you, like that's so beautiful. Oh, nah, I can't wait. I do look forward to it. Like even on Sunday, we bumped into this little kid.
Oh, that was cute.
And like I was
shout out, I don't know if Lengo's gonna watch the pod, but shout out Lengo. Her nieces and nephews. Yeah.
And I was playing with the little boy, and I can't lie, I really think I'm gonna be a boy mom. Like the way I was like spinning him.
I feel like we're both gonna be boy moms,
and I was picking him up, and I was like, and he was like, and I was like, say Destiny. He was like, Destiny.
It's just like, say it slower.
Say it slower, yeah. And he was like, Destiny.
It was so cute.
And then before he went, he came and he ran and hugged me, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I think I'm quite maternal too, but I'm also like a G. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I see you with your cat, and like, it's not the same, but like, I do have that nature. But I feel like I'm like maternal. Like I'm like, oh, give me baby right now.
It's literally running out of your veins. Like I'm very happy to just be cooling off,
chilling. Yeah, like, anyways. As God wills, isn't it? As God wills.
You're saying as God wills, but no secret. You're like, I wouldn't be surprised if in your room somewhere you had a little altar with like a dummy and baby grows on it. But married first.
What is your problem?
Sorry, that sounds crazy.
Nah, that sounds
crazy.
Anyways, we saw this like really funny clip on Girls Gone Bible on one of their podcasts, and they were playing Heads Up. So we're gonna play it. I don't know how this is gonna go.
Yeah,
but let's just see if
are
we
like against each other? Because you know I like
yeah.
But then I'm like, cool. If I say it right and you guess it, who does the point go to?
Oh wait, no. I guess we're not against each other. We're just.
I want to be though.
Well, we can't play it like that.
Okay,
you can't win.
Why?
Oh, get a grip.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna play Heads Up. We got our producer to basically put together some words. We've asked for Christian words and then some normal words. I'm not sure how they've done it, but
literally,
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to guess as well. So yeah. Cute. So we have this little whale.
Is it a whale or a dolphin?
It's a whale.
Oh, it's a whale.
It's a whale to me. And yeah, we're gonna play. So you go first.
Okay.
So you're gonna take one out.
Wait, who's gonna guess? You?
Oh yeah. Because you see it. So then you have to tell me, you have to make me guess.
Oh. Sorry.
Make sure I don't see it.
Okay, no, you won't see it.
Okay.
Wait, do we have a time or anything? Or are we just doing it?
We're just doing it.
Okay, this goes. What do you want the most right now?
Husband. That was easy. That was bloody easy, wasn't it? All right, your turn.
So for those that didn't hear, that was husband.
What do you want the most right now, husband? Okay, cool.
Oh my God. Okay, man. Okay. Yeah, put your hand behind it so I don't hear it.
Yeah, because it's quite thick.
Oh no, I meant to have it on my head.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, okay. How do I explain this? Okay, cool. Certain attributes that you have would make you...
What?
When people think about the type of female they want to do, what do they want to be like?
Proverbs 31?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Was that right?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay,
this is going on your head.
Yeah. So I won't look.
Okay. Oh, this is easy.
Is it easy?
Yeah, the guy that was on the podcast we watched yesterday.
Oh, George Janko. Yeah, good job. Oh wait, I gotta give it to you. Okay. These are good. I like these. All right, don't look.
No, I'm not.
Okay, cool. This is easy. This is so easy.
Is it the right way up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Parted the Red Sea.
Moses?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, I could just get my own, innit? Oh wait, I'm trying to... Is that right way? What is it? Is it the right way? Yeah. Go on.
What can I say? No, this is going to sound bad.
Go
Like
on.
crystals and all of that stuff, it's...
Judge.
No.
Witchcraft.
No.
Star signs.
No. Like, how do I explain it? Like, you go into an atmosphere and the atmosphere is...
Dark.
No.
You go into...
You look at something and it's like bad and you're like, that is... Like a horror film is...
Cursed.
No! How do I explain it?
Wait. A horror film is dark.
No. You're
devilish, evil.
You're on the right track. You're on the right track.
Satanic.
No, nearly. Like, not satanic, but it's like you look at something and be like, oh, that is
trash. Wait,
let me see.
Demonic?
Yeah!
Yeah! I was on the right track. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay.
Is it the right way up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. How do I explain this? It's like a really... it's the shortest line in the Bible, I think.
Jesus wept.
Yeah! Good job! And it's a good job that I knew that well. Hey, come on. Okay, cool. Next one. Okay.
Whose head's this on? Yours?
Me, yeah. Is that the right way?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting it the right way.
That's easy. The thing in the sky. The promises of God. The thing in the sky.
Clouds.
No. Okay. Let me
Let
me simplify it for you a little bit.
Let me get it. The thing in the sky. Heaven.
No.
The thing in the sky. Don't give me more. The thing in the sky. The promises of God.
Why?
Because I want to get it without you making it easy for me. The thing in the sky. The promises of God. Is it a word or is it an object?
It's a thing in the sky.
Oh.
It's a thing you see in the sky.
Sun.
No.
Stars.
No.
Moon.
And then when everyone sees it, everyone's taking pictures of it.
A rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I should have got that.
That's all right.
Okay. Here you go. I love these. Other way.
Flip side.
How the heck do I explain this? Yeah. Okay. You don't have one.
A willy?
No.
Sorry.
Why would they write that? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I need to remember who wrote it.
You don't have one.
What do I not have?
Give me some more. Tell me what you don't have.
I don't have one.
You don't. No, like you don't have it. You don't have one. Like you don't have it. Like don't think.
I can only think of that.
Why'd your mind go in there, you dirty girl? Think of. Okay, do you want me to simplify it?
No.
Okay.
Don't simplify it, but tell me. Like,
what do you mean, bro?
Like, help me out, but don't simplify it.
Ooh, this is hard. Okay, because I don't want to make it too easy. Do you know what I mean? Okay, you don't have one, and I don't have one either.
Yeah, so it's something boys have.
Is it? It's not to do with.
It's not have one.
Maybe I need to rephrase this.
Don't have.
Okay, Lauren has one.
A bum.
First of all, I have a bum. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. What? And Lydia has one.
They have one.
They have.
Oh, a boyfriend.
Okay, yes, but what do you refer to your boyfriend as?
A man.
Okay, think of the L word.
A lover.
Yeah.
Oh,
I baited that out. The producer said I baited it out. Sorry.
A bum.
A bum.
Other way. No. As in flip it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, move your finger a little bit. Is that what I think it?
What is it?
The producers are hilarious. This is so funny.
What is it?
So it's not a wig, the other thing.
Oh, a sewing.
Not a sewing, but what do you call it?
Oh, weave?
Yeah.
Oh. We were talking, for context, we were talking about wigs and stuff when we first came in.
That's
why
so funny. They are so funny.
Don't look.
I won't.
Oh, okay. Say if you do a big poo in the toilet, what do you get to like push it down?
Oh, I don't know what this is called again. A plunger?
Yeah!
Oh, I don't get it.
You got it. Good job.
Thanks.
Oh, I think we're done. Yeah, that was it. Oh
my gosh,
job.
that was so funny.
Good. That was
funny.
Wait, what was the first one? What do you want? Husband?
No, it wasn't even what you want. It's what you want the most right now.
Bruv, I hope I don't sound too desperate.
Nah, not at all.
I do want a husband, but God's timing and all, innit?
God's timing.
Oh, but question for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever had issues with your mental health?
Oof.
We're going there today.
Yeah, we're going there.
We're going there.
Yeah, I feel like I have, but I feel like I've never. I don't know, because I feel like, because I've always been like a Christian, like let's quote unquote, right? It's like growing up, I feel like mental health wasn't real. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a real thing. Like I never really heard anything about it. If someone was severely depressed or like had anxiety or was like bipolar or whatever, it's just like, that's a demon. Like there's something wrong with them. It was like this huge stigma. So like now I can put language and context to it. But I think the first time I feel like I've ever had like really bad issues with mental health was probably in uni. I don't know what happened, but I just feel like that whole like, and I know it sounds weird because it was like, I was so excited to leave home. Like I would literally like be squaring up to my mum before I left for uni. Like, I cannot wait to get out of your house. I cannot wait to be away. Yeah. And my mum would be like, babe, you're going to be back in 3 years. I can see you in 3 years, love. But when I went to uni, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was like the atmosphere or like I've never felt so lonely in my life. Like, I was so lonely, and it was weird because it was like I had friends and I was like around people. I literally lived in a flat with my best friends. Like I had people, but then like that feeling of that was dark. Like it was so dark. Like I got to the point where and in uni for some reason, I don't know why this has happened, maybe something spiritual, I had really bad sleep paralysis. So I couldn't sleep. Every single night I would
When you say sleep paralysis, is it like a thing where you're seeing things that on you, or is it just like you couldn't sleep?
Both.
Oh
yeah, but we can get into that another time. But I've had
really. When people talk about this, I'm like, I've never.
Have you never had sleep paralysis?
I think I've had it once, but like I didn't see anything, but I felt like something like pressing me down.
I've had sleep paralysis where like I'm being scratched. Like someone is scratching, and I can feel I'm awake. I can feel someone scratching me. I've had it. I can feel someone put like, bro. I've had the like really bad. And I had it really bad in uni. And there was a point in uni where I couldn't go to sleep unless I was on the phone to my brother. Like I would call, shout out Annie, man. Annie doesn't even know how much he saved me in uni. Like I would call him every night and we'll just like be on FaceTime really early hours of the morning because I just couldn't sleep. I felt so lonely. I felt so empty. And then it's like, on top of that, I'm not going to church at all. So it was like the void that only God can fill. I'm not filling it through God. And then it's just like, I'm full of the world, full of partying, full of drugs, full of, you know, everything to do with the world, full of all of that stuff. And then it's like, I was like, bro, that feeling, like I'm even talking about it now, is just making me feel some type of way. And I was really happy before. I was like, bro, that feeling of just like emptiness, loneliness, like no form of purpose. Like, and there was a time in uni where like I didn't even see the sunlight. I went to bed so late every day. I'd be up all night. I'd probably go to bed at like 6 o'clock. I would like sleep until like 4. And in winter, by then it's like you wake up and it's dark. And then I would do nothing all day. Don't even know what I would be doing. And then it's like you go to bed again 6 a.m. And then it's like it got so bad that in third year, I actually came home every weekend. Bearing in mind, I went to uni in Leicester. Every weekend, I had a job already, but with my job, they basically let me go for uni. It was like a term time job. So like when I was at home, like holiday, Christmas, Easter, I worked. And during the term, I was in uni. But like I literally asked them, I was like, can I be coming back? Because like, I didn't say this to them, but I just asked them to come back. But like I was so empty and felt so lonely that I was like, I just want to go home.
It's so funny because you would travel back home on the weekends to like be in a better place and like be able to sleep and stuff. And I would travel home for my mum to do my laundry.
I'm screaming. Did you not have a washing machine?
Yeah, I didn't have to do that
Oh
stuff.
my God.
Oh no, wait, I don't want to do that.
Are you an husband?
No, I know how to now. Sure,
I've learned and I've grown.
Exactly.
Oh, but yeah, I feel like that period of time, I just felt nothing.
Okay.
I felt empty. I felt lonely. I felt like no purpose. I couldn't call on God because I knew the life I was living wasn't a life that glorified him. So then I felt like the only thing that I've known from when I was younger, when you're feeling like this, is to call on God, but I don't feel like I can.
You can, yeah.
So now
I think the devil's so like, it's so
crafty.
He's so crafty. And I think that's how he gets us the best in terms of like
condemnation.
Yeah, man, that feeling, because that feeling will get you. And then because you feel like that, you won't obviously pray and you won't do anything. So then you go deeper and deeper into that pit. I think for me, I don't think mental health has been something I've struggled with on a like consistent basis, but there's definitely periods in my life where my mental health has been really bad. And the first time I experienced like really bad, and I hate the D word, depression, because I do feel like we live in a society now where people just throw that word out.
Yeah.
But back when I was in year 9, my best friend at the time took her own life. And I remember like that whole period of school just, I was depressed, man.
In school
I was
as well,
so depressed.
like...
And it happened in school as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And it was just like this like big thing, obviously. And obviously as a 15-year-old girl trying to navigate, thank you. Trying to navigate that was so hard. And I remember like, obviously I still had to go to school and stuff. And I remember there was a specific time where I knew that, like I'm actually very sad, because I remember I was walking and there was like a car coming. And I was just like, I don't even care if this car hits me now. Like,
it gets like that.
I don't want to be hit, you know, type vibe. And I remember like my mum at the time was supportive, but I just felt like I was battling something no one understands, because not everyone has experienced someone that they're so close to, like
doing
life,
that.
do you know what I mean? So and at the time I was aware of God, but I think part of me was angry at God. So with you, I know with you felt condemned, so you didn't feel like you could speak to God. But for me, I felt like I didn't even want to speak to God, because like, why did
you let this happen?
But it's so crazy. And I think another time in terms of like just feeling really low mental health was back in 2020 when I got cheated on.
Yeah.
And that was another mental health thing for me, because I just felt so betrayed.
Yeah.
And I lost so much weight. Like I was down bad.
Yeah.
But those are the two big times in my life where I felt an overwhelming feeling of sadness.
Yeah. I think that's the thing with mental health and stuff. And obviously, by the way, guys, we ain't doctors. Like we're not medical advisors or anything, where just talking from our own point of view and our own experience and, you know, what we've maybe read in the Bible and things that we've gone through ourselves. But for me, I think one thing, a word that I can use for it is like consuming. Like it's consuming. So good, yes. It consumes every area of your life. And it's like, that's why with depression, some people can be like, well, why are you depressed? Like you've got a house, you've got children, you've got a husband, like everything is fine for you. And it's like, it's so consuming that it's almost like you're blinded to maybe like the good parts of your life and you're only focused on the thing that's like making you sad. And sometimes it's not even a particular thing. Like sometimes you can't actually like put your finger on what is upsetting you. Sometimes it's genuinely just like, I don't know. It's just, I just feel this sad, consuming feeling that kind of just, takes over you.
Yeah, I do feel like when I was 15 and I went through that stuff, and maybe I'll talk about it more in another episode, but I think that for me, when you're younger, you haven't been through as many things. So imagine that's like my first big loss, my first death. Like the cause of the death was a massive,
something crazy.
Yeah, like it was just too much. And I think obviously now as I'm older, I've had not issues, but I've been through things. So there's more like
life experience.
Yeah, there's more life experience. So I'm able to like navigate that. But I think when you're younger, you're a lot more vulnerable to emotions, and they feel not to downplay like how I felt in that moment, but anything you're experiencing for the first time feels heavier than if you experience it later on.
It's like when you like take something from a little kid, they're crying that their life is over, but like really it's not.
Exactly. And that, like I said, it's not to like dim down how I felt in that moment, but I think as you get older, you're able to contextualize things and navigate your different emotions. But even the more recent one in terms of like 2020, like I think what you're saying about it being consuming is so correct. And when you were saying that, it was even making me think that I think oftentimes when we are sad and we are depressed or whatever emotions we're feeling, we almost feed into it. Because I remember there was a period of time where I was listening to sad songs back to back. There was one song, I can't even remember what it was, but I literally had that song on loop and I was just like feeding into it, because it's almost like the music, and obviously we've spoken about this before, music is so powerful, but it's almost like when you're listening to sad songs, it fuels it, but then it consoles you, but it also makes you more sad.
It's like a catch-22.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Does it make sense? And it's like
I used to have the script break even just over and over like that. Just I would love that song and it would help me and then bring me back down and help me and bring me back down. And it's like, bruh. It's actually crazy.
I think in the Christian community, mental health is often overlooked because people just assume that if you're a Christian, like you shouldn't battle these sort of things. And it's like, I think, yes, we are Christians and yes, we are called to have dominion over, principalities and evil spirits and stuff like that. But we are human. I think we forget that we are kind of fragile as humans. Like we're literally made of dirt. Do you know what I mean? Like we can face these things. And I am actually a strong advocate of counselling. I think it's really important, especially, obviously, even when you're older, but even more so when you're younger, to like have a space where you can voice how you're feeling, you can break it down. Because I think a lot of things that people face when they're in their adulthood is things that haven't been identified properly in their youth. And you just carry it. So you just got people carrying things that they're not even aware about. They can get ticked off or can become angry about something, but that anger is actually from a place of sadness or like a different emotion completely, but it's only showing up from a bit like in a place of anger. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it's weird because I feel like, I don't know, maybe I can only really talk about my own experiences, but I feel like in the church, in the African Caribbean, space, I feel like you're not really pushed to like talk about how you feel. Like I can't imagine going to like therapy or something and then maybe you're like telling all your family business and everything that's happened, and then your mum's just like, why are you just outing all of that? So not my mum, but
I think mums could.
That's how some mums could be like, why on earth are you going to just spill out everything that's going on in our homes and blah blah blah? And I feel like that's why sometimes I feel like we internalize things so much, like subconsciously, because it's like from young, we're kind of like, we're not really meant to talk about these things. Like we're not meant to speak about how we're feeling. It's so funny because when you talk about things, that's actually what brings freedom. That's what brings deliverance. But in church, I think like when it comes to mental health, like the stigma is crazy. If someone in church was like, said they have like a heart condition or said they've just broken their leg or said like, you know, they've got a headache or something, you would be like, you know, might want to see a doctor, might want to get some medicine, might want to go to a GP, let's see what's up. But as soon as someone's like, hey, like there might be something wrong with my mind, maybe they're depressed, maybe they have anxiety, it's like the demon inside of you, like that's the demon, you need to pray more, need to read your Bible more. And it's so funny how like you can have a physical issue and everyone's like, oh, just go to the doctor, blah, 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 whatever. But then as soon as you have like a problem with your head, everyone's like,
oh, it's demonic.
Yeah, it's demonic. You just need to pray, blah, blah, blah. It's if someone is struggling in one thing, why does that all of a sudden discredit that they know God because they're struggling in one thing? Because it's like, if you were to be struggling with, I don't know, an area of your life, we wouldn't be like, oh, you're no longer a Christian, but someone has maybe a struggle with something in their mind. Health, and now all of a sudden we're looking at them and it's like, oh, do we really want to trust their prophecy, blah, blah, blah. But like, no, like just because they're having that issue, it doesn't mean that they're not a person or a man of woman of God, which is something that even me and myself, I've had to like come to terms with, because sometimes it can be like they clearly can't know Jesus, like they need to pray more, but like that's the stigma that we've like grown up with that really actually isn't true and can be very damaging.
But how do you break that stigma?
I think it's like educating the people.
But I do think in the last like couple of years, mental health has been spoken about in society. So obviously that conversation is going to start coming into the church as well, which is a positive thing. I think it does need to be spoken about. I think we're living in times where things are less taboo, which I love. And I think as the generations continue, like I'm hoping that there'd be more openness to things not being perceived as demonic, and not necessarily demonic, but not only associating healing with prayer.
Yeah.
Is that crazy to say?
No. I get what you mean, because I feel like there is spaces where someone might have a mental condition and they have broken free from prayer. That is true. We can't deny that. But there also is times where people have had mental health conditions. And I was watching a video on this guy and he was basically talking about his experience, and he was saying to overcome his battle with depression and anxiety, he was like, he prayed and he felt like, yes, that helped. But he also went to therapy and he also thinks that helped. He started exercising regularly and that also helped. He said he started eating better, that helped. He said he even took some medication and that also helped. So it was like the combination of things, and then now he's broken free and he's free from it. Prayer did help him, yes, but so did taking a walk, so did eating properly, so did going to see a therapist. So it's like sometimes it can be the combination of things, because it's so funny, because when you have a headache, I wouldn't say to you, I know that sounds mad, I would say pray, but I would also say, do you want to just take some ibuprofen, take some paracetamol, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think prayer should never be a last resort. I think prayer should always be like your go-to, but I think it's totally okay to seek other vices. Is it a vice? Other options as well, basically. Like, cool, we'll pray about it. Once you've lifted it up in prayer, we'll also take a walk. We'll also maybe sign up for counseling. Yeah. And one of my friends actually, he speaks to a counselor who's a Christian counselor, and he said the combination of having a counselor who's a Christian has been like so amazing and life-changing for him. And I've even seen so much fruit from his life in recent times. Like he's got baptized, like he's in a like healthy relationship, and I'm just so proud to see the change in that. He's going to church regularly. Like it's good. It's good.
I do think, just to go back to what you said about like, how do we break the stigma of depression and anxiety being taboo in the church? I think, as you said, is just education. So yes, it can sometimes be demonic, but yes, sometimes it can just be a hormonal imbalance. Yes, sometimes it can just be, you know, maybe it was passed through your bloodline, like educating people on the different ways. Sometimes it's circumstantial. Someone might have lost a loved one, like someone might have just had gone through a breakup. Like there's different reasons why some people might be in that state of mind, but not everything is demonic, and not everything should be viewed as that person is no longer a Christian, or that person isn't as a good Christian because they have issues in their mind.
It's so funny, because I remember the first time I had a panic attack. Because the thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it real here. Yeah. I would hear panic attack this, panic attack that, and I would just be like, allow it. Like, what the flip's a panic attack? Like, and then the day that I had a panic attack, I said, oh, this is what you guys were talking about. So basically, I had just come out of this show, this YouTube show called Locked In. It's kind of like it's a reality.
It's like Big Brother.
It's like Big Brother. It's like Big Brother. Like we were all in there, like 10 creators were in there for 2 weeks. And during the 2 weeks, you're like doing different games. Like there's a leaderboard. And then the person who ends the 2 weeks at the top of the leaderboard gets £10,000. And obviously, you know me, I'm competitive. So I was in it to win it. Anyways, I've come out of I've Locked In's finished. I made it to the end. I didn't win, but I made it to the end. And then we've all linked up after. I think maybe the last episode went live, but we had already come out. But like obviously the audience didn't know that. Anyways, we've come out. We all linked up. We went to this like bar spot. And we were all in there. And that was it. We filmed the reunion episode. That's why we were all together. Then we all went to the bar. But whilst we was at the reunion, we all like filmed this like TikTok trend. And basically when I went into the Locked In house, my wig was like a bit more forward. But then when I went to the reunion, it was a bit back.
What was it, like sliding back?
No, it wasn't sliding.
What?
It wasn't sliding back. It was just a bit further back than it was when I was in the house.
Oh, okay.
But nothing brazy.
Yeah, and let's be like, we all sometimes stick our wigs a little bit too forward,
a
back,
little too back. But the thing is, when I got it done, don't you remember I FaceTimed you and I was like, Tolu, I feel like it's a bit back.
Yeah.
You don't remember?
No, I remember.
You remember? And I was like, I don't know whether to get it done again. I don't know whether to do it myself. Like, but I was like, bruv, I've just got this install. Like, let me just leave it. Let me just leave it. But anyways, cool. We filmed this TikTok. One of the cast has obviously posted the video on TikTok. And as we're all out, the TikTok is obviously getting views. Obviously, we've just come out of Locked In. Like, we're kind of popping at the time, innit?
Yeah.
And then, so I'm sitting there in the bar, right? And I'm reading the comments, And you know, it was like I was in a movie because everything outside, like just went like silent. And it was like I was honed in on the comments. Yeah, why are you laughing? You're so deep, bro. No. It's like my whole focus, like every being of me was just locked into the comments, reading through the comments, And like I have been bullied like when I was younger about my forehead. So like the whole forehead stuff is like very like scary to me.
Yeah.
And I literally was reading the comments and someone put a picture of that footballer, like is it Gardino or something like that? I can't remember the name of the footballer, but they're boying it, because his forehead was like all the way back. And I'm reading these comments, and I literally, the thing is though, like I held it down and I wasn't even looking at my phone. I was looking at someone else's phone. So I gave them the phone. I'll be like, oh guys, I'm coming back. I'm just going upstairs for some fresh air. I went upstairs for fresh air. I called my sister and I literally was like hyperventilating. I was like, Dimitri. And they're laughing. And I was like.
And you can't breathe.
Yeah, I could not breathe. I was like hyperventilating and like, I felt so like, it was like, you know how you said the all-consuming stuff about the mental health thing? Like that feeling was so consuming. And she was like, Destiny, breathe. And I was like,
oh my God.
And I was like so jittery, so like, oh my God. Like, and in that moment, obviously I went home, I was just really sad and whatever. And I just kept going through the comments, kept reading through the comments and more comments were coming. And like people were, you know, when like a comment has the most likes and one of the most liked comment was like, why does Destiny's forehead look like this? And I was just like, brother.
Yeah, I can't lie, because the next day we had church.
Yeah.
And we had prayers. And I just remember like Destiny was on her phone during prayers. And then she just left. Like she just left, like the whole of prayers. She just left. And I was thinking, where did she go?
Yeah. I was in the toilet reading the comments. Reading the comments. I think for the next 3 days after the post, I just kept reading the comments. And I was kind of thinking like, why isn't this person like removing the mean comments? Like I don't really understand that. But then, I mean, there's the like, it's up to this. And I don't
feel like boys are like
they deep
like,
it. But what is so crazy about this whole thing, is now when I look at that video, I think, bruv, my forehead was so calm.
Do you know what the problem is that I will say? Is because your hair was brown.
Yeah.
So where it's brown, it's almost blended into my skin.
Yeah.
But if it was black, it wouldn't be that deep.
Yeah, but it's so crazy how something can feel so overwhelming in the moment. And literally, I didn't go back in the bar. I got an Uber home.
You left?
Yeah, I left. I didn't say bye, nothing. I just went. I literally was on the phone to my sister, so hysterical, so panic modey that I was like, bro, and the thing is, my hands were shaking. So that's how I knew that I was like,
days.
And I've never experienced that. So I was literally so overwhelmed with so many emotions. And I think even, to be fair, a bit of context, like I went onto the show and I did get a bit of like online bullying a bit from going on the show. So I think that then mixed with the forehead stuff, that was already quite a touchy thing to me. It was just too much. And then from then, to be fair, I think that just caused a lot of like, what's the word when you look at yourself and you think, like, you know, when people look at themselves and they think they're big, but they're actually
body dysmorphia.
Yeah, like I had serious forehead dysmorphia after that. No, but I had a lot of it. But that was my first experience of a panic attack. And I don't think I've had a panic attack since then.
Have you not?
Nah, what about you?
I can remember the times, but I've had a couple. Oh,
you got a few under your belt?
Bruh, I've had a couple. And the thing is, I can't even be bothered to like give the whole background or whatever.
Yeah.
I just remember like being in the toilet. One was even at church. You remember that time? And I don't think you're going to remember, but there was one time.
You told me time.
Yeah, like I was literally at an event with Destiny and Lydia and like a couple of my friends. And I went to the toilet because I felt like I was about to have a panic attack, and I'm literally in the cubicle. I can't breathe. I thought I was going to die. Like, you know when you cannot breathe? Like I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, why can't I breathe? Like I'm literally hysterically crying. And
then because you can't breathe, it's making you even more
someone's
panicked.
Outside the toilet, like, are you okay? I'm thinking, shut up. I'm trying to breathe. Bro. And then it's like, maybe I told you guys a week later, like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, I had a panic attack in the toilet.
No, but that's when I said, okay, Tolu is actually a weirdo, because you literally just said it so casually, like a week, like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, that day, you know that day that we went, I had a panic attack. I was like, what? You did not text, you did not say anything after, but what triggered that?
Now I can't actually remember, but I've had a couple. And I don't like, panic attacks are the worst. Like I feel like that feeling of like your throat clogging up and you can't breathe is so scary, and you're crying. And then because you're crying, you can't breathe. And then and it's like, some people literally have chronic panic attacks, like literally chronic, as in like they're literally so anxious about having a panic attack that they end up having a panic attack because they're anxious about having a panic attack. And then they have
a vicious cycle.
I really would not wish it on my worst enemy. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. And I haven't had one in a very long time. Yeah. And I do believe that I am free and delivered from having them, but it's very scary.
It is. And I think the inability to control your own breathing is a very scary, because think about it, like I think the reason, sorry, this is off topic, but it's like an analogy, but the reason why people fear drowning so much is because it's the inability to be able to breathe. Yeah. And it's almost like a panic attack is drowning without water. Do you know what I mean? Like you're literally feeling like you can't breathe, but you're not in water, but you just feel like you can't breathe.
On the topic of like depression, anxiety, mental health, one of my favorite topics in the Bible, because I feel like a lot of people feel like the Bible doesn't talk about this stuff, but it does.
Teach us.
Yeah. We were speaking about this the other day, like the story I was telling you about Elijah, because we were having like a big discussion about something completely irrelevant. But Elijah in the Bible, one of the prophets, is a prophet. He literally heard from God, and he did this like massive demonstration where there was like all these prophets of Baal, and they were basically like having a battle about which God is the real God. So Elijah basically was like, if you think your God is the real God, like basically like, I'm shortening the story, but it's like, light this thing on fire. So like they were all like praying to Baal to like light the log or whatever on fire, and nothing happened. And Elijah was like taunting them like, oh, where's your God? Where's Baal? Light on fire. And obviously it didn't light. Elijah was by himself. And he literally poured all this water on the logs, because obviously if you pour water on the logs, it's going to be harder to light on fire. And he prayed to God, and all of a sudden there was a fire. So obviously...
That's such a bad man move.
So bad, man. So obviously our God has prevailed in that situation. Amen. So Elijah is on a high, right? He's defeated all these prophets of Baal. He got rid of them, basically. Let me say that. He got rid of them. He got rid of them. Next chapter, and I love that it's literally the next chapter. And I'm going to read it. So just bear with me, guys. I'm going to read it. So we can do a little bit of a Bible study here right now. So we're reading from 1 Kings 19, guys. And it says, and Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done, also how he had executed all the prophets with the sword. Then Jezebel sent a messenger to Elijah saying, so let the gods do to me and more also if I do not make your life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. So basically Jezebel's trying to Elijah, right? So he's basically being threatened. And when he saw that, he arose and ran for his life and went to Bathsheba, which belongs to Judah, and left his servant there. And what I love in this next bit is that it says, Elijah prayed that he might die. Do you know how mad that is?
Crazy.
Like after having this like massive success, big victory.
It's even an encounter.
Jezebel's like, oh, I'm gonna you. And he's like, oh my God, I'm running away and I need to die. And I'm like, so Elijah had depression then. Like he wanted to take himself out.
Yeah, the fear was so intense that he wanted to take himself out.
Like my brain can't comprehend. Like I love reading this because I'm like, how do you go from like such a victory to such a low in such a like short space of time? But I love like the answer that came to Elijah, and like we've spoke a little bit about like prayer and different avenues, but in this it's like God literally said like eat and sleep. Like he literally,
two of my favorite things.
Literally, he just said like eat and sleep basically. Like he gave Elijah some food, and then as soon as he got up he was fine. So it's just so interesting how like, yes, we do need to pray, but yes, sometimes you're exhausted. Go and sleep. Like you haven't been eating properly. Like you need to have a balanced diet. Like self-care is so important too. Like I feel like sometimes we don't understand that like mental, spiritual and physical, they're all connected. When your mental's not good, it's very hard for you to be good in your spiritual and your physical. When your physical's not good, it's difficult for you to be good in your mental and your spiritual. So it's like all combined. And I just love how like God uses this story to show us how, firstly, it's very easy for someone to be on a victory and then completely have a crash out. So I feel like people who are struggling with like anxiety and depression and all of these things, like if you feel really good one day and don't feel good the next day, you are not alone. Elijah the prophet literally had an exact similar situation to you. So even if you're going from highs to lows, like don't feel like, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with you, but take it to God. Like, and sometimes the answer might not be what you think it is. Sometimes the answer might be go to therapy, have a walk, call a friend, confess, like speak about it.
I also think that it's so interesting because I think often when people think of prayer, they don't realize how incredibly authentic with your emotions you can be when you're praying. Because even when you think about Elijah, like he literally said, I prayed to die.
Yeah.
To us, that's probably like a brazy prayer, but let's relax.
Whoa.
But he was honest.
Yeah.
And despite like how brazy the prayer looked, God was able to guide him in that and answer him. Do you know what I mean?
So beautiful.
I think that's even a bit of a reminder for me that when I'm praying, I can lay out my emotions I don't have to sugarcoat how I feel at all. Like he's my father and he knows already, first of all. But me being able to lay that, I feel like what Elijah did was he laid that feeling onto God's feet, and God was only able to give him an answer that would help him because of how honest he was. Do you know what I mean? Like if Elijah prayed about something that wasn't actually about how his emotion, how he felt.
Like we don't know what would have come if Elijah like translated his feelings in a different way. Like if Elijah was trying to pretend that he was fine, and God knows Elijah, but it's like God wants our brokenness. God wants our honesty. Like it literally says in the Bible, he is close to the brokenhearted. Like the people that come to God in like nakedness and literally like, listen, God, I want to
wrap it up. Like, I'm trying to cut this all off, bro.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Like, and God honors that honesty. He honors that transparency. Like if you feel like that, tell your father. Tell your father. And I really believe like God is a God who answers prayers. God is a God that hears. So even in that moment, God will do something, send someone, bring something to your rescue to help you out of that situation. And we're not boxing it of what it could be. It's not always just like this, like, oh, you're spiraling on the floor, deliverance. It doesn't always happen like that. So I feel like,
it can, but
it can, but I feel like as Christians and in the Christian community, we do need to open our eyes to the possibilities of the way God works. And I feel like even this story, it does even show how God works. Like, yes, Elijah did pray, but I feel like the answer that came was actually something that's quite funny and like quite humorous. Like when I hear it, it is quite funny. But
I think it's also quite interesting that like we have that as a case study in a sense that feeling like you want to end it all is arguably the strongest emotion. And we can reference that in the Bible with Elijah, and despite that, like he was still able to overcome it through the direction God gave him when he prayed.
Because I feel like in terms of mental health, that's probably the worst thing you could ever feel. To feel like you don't want to be here anymore, that's like, whoa, like so drastic. But I love that we have a case study and we can see that like we're not alone, and there's literally people before, people now, and people to come that are going to feel those emotions, and it's just how we tackle them, how we deal with it. And like as the body of Christ, we also need to deal with it better to help our brothers and sisters that are down.
Absolutely. And do you know what, just thinking about it now and talking here with you, I'm just thinking like, if there's actually a story about this in the Bible, like it doesn't make sense why it is such a taboo topic in the church, because it's in the Bible.
Yeah.
Like, why would
and it's not just Elijah.
Shy away? Yeah.
Like Jeremiah was also depressed. Like if we read Lamentations, we see there's like even the Psalms. You read this in the Psalms, I'm thinking flipping heck. Like y'all were sad. Like y'all were down bad. So it's like, why is it in the Bible we can clearly see that these were men that were clearly down bad, wanted to take themselves out, but when that manifests now, everyone's like, whoa, you can't talk about that. You can't speak about that. Like, chill out. It's weird.
It is. But I pray that, you know, like I said, as the generations go on, this would just get easier and easier to talk about. And I think it is, but I think we just need to totally eradicate that taboo nature towards that taboo feeling towards mental health within the church space.
Yeah. No, I've enjoyed this conversation. I feel like it's given me a lot to think about.
I think it's been quite an honest conversation. And I think us allowing ourselves to be vulnerable and just talk about different instances is part of the untabooing mental health in the church. So if we can be part of that, then that's great.
Amen.
Before we close, guys, I'm just going to quickly pray because we've kind of spoken about some heavy topics. I find it really like shy. I get kind of shy like praying like on the platform, but yeah, I'm just going to be spirit-led about it. Okay. Heavenly Father, I just thank you for this episode. I thank you that Tolu and I were able to speak so freely, Lord. And I just pray that anyone listening out there or watching us on YouTube or however they're listening to Under the Bed, whatever, I just pray that whatever emotion they're dealing with, whether it's depression, whether it's anxiety, whether it's panic attacks, Lord, I just pray that they would seek you. I pray that they would seek you continuously and just know that there's no emotion or no mental health struggle that you cannot conquer. But I also just pray that they would feel free enough to look to other ways of combating that, whether that's through, you know, speaking to a friend, whether that's through speaking to a counselor, whether that's through being more intentional about their quiet time or going for walks. Lord, I just pray that you would even guide them in what works best for them, because we're all individually created. We all have different ways of overcoming things, and you are just so particular about everything pertaining to us. So why wouldn't you be particular about the way in which you want us to overcome whatever mental health battle we may be facing? So yeah, right now I just pray for all my brothers and sisters out there listening, and I just pray that you would guide them into freedom, into a free mind, a free heart, a free soul, and just healing, Father, in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Amen. But yeah, guys, that is the end of episode 7. A heavy one indeed. But you know what? It's part of Under the Bed. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes we do heavy. Sometimes we don't really do. I feel like we've had quite a heavy episode, like a heavy loads of episode, like last season. It's under the bed. But we hope to catch you guys on the next episode. What's the emoji, Tolu?
I feel like I always come up with them. You do it.
Okay, I'll do it today. Okay, so this week's emoji is gonna be the brain, because we're talking about like mind, mental health and stuff like that. And it's also gonna be a bit of a prophetic thing in terms of, as you post that, we're declaring that our minds will be free.
Amen. Freedom in our minds.
Freedom in our minds. But yeah, thank you for listening, and we will catch you guys on the 8th episode.
See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.